Welcome into the Warchant.com report. Time to talk a little off-season football now that Clemson has won the national title, and we've got some catching up to do. Florida State looks to do that with the hire of offensive line coach Randy Clements. Your thoughts, Gene?
It's needed. I think they need to kind of underachieve there last year a little bit.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, I love the hire because, first of all, I think Clements is a good coach from what little bit we know, but the fact he's been with Briles since 2008. So,
That's
I
right.
mean, there's that continuity, there's the consistency in there instead of trying to mix everything up. And from what we hear, it sounds like really Willie Taggart's going to be basically handing over the keys to Briles. So you want him to have that system in place that he's had for so long, to have that guy there. He was also at Houston the running game coordinator, which is something I know Willie Taggart's philosophy, and I think Briles to some extent is to be heavy on the run. So I mean, I think it's important to have that continuity there as well. So he's been very successful wherever he's gone. He's put 5 players in the last couple of years as All-Americans. Clements has. So I mean, I think it's what you want to do. Now we'll see if that translates. He obviously doesn't have a whole lot of talent to work with, so he's got his work cut out for him.
Yeah, and Briles' system, they'll spread you out, much like Willie wanted to do. They throw the ball an awful lot, but they do run counter, they do run power. They tend to recruit huge offensive linemen. So Florida State fans will be happy to hear this now when you're looking at the kind of player that they're going to look to bring in on the offensive line. Big, strong guys to move people off the line.
It'll be a refreshing change of pace from what we've dealt with the last few years. Yeah, you know, whatever the problems were in 18, it didn't work. You know, it just didn't work. The offense with Willie Taggart, with Greg Fry's offensive line, and Greg Fry didn't have a ton to work with. Now we have with Clements, like Gene said, it's just another indication that Willie Taggart is just saying, hey, it's your offense. Kendal, Briles, it's your offense. Your offensive line guy is in here now, running the show on the offensive line. Get it done. I will step out of the way. Doesn't it seem like it's more like that?
Yeah, on the one hand, Gene, I think when we look at a hire like this, you get excited because, A, he's well thought of, and he obviously can not only coach it, but he coaches it the way Briles wants it. So they're a marriage there. But also, you're concerned that Willie swung and missed in year one, but a willingness to do this now, to hand it over and to say, I made mistakes, I've got too many other things to worry about, I'm bringing in Kendal Briles, I'm bringing in Clements, that's a good job.
Yeah, I mean, we'll talk about that in another segment, but it's the fact that he's willing to do that, because the last guy, not so much in that department. He'd swing and miss, and he'd go right back up and swing for the fences again on these coaches over and over again. So, yeah, Willie Taggart turning the entire system over to him, I think it tells a lot about Willie Taggart, but it's also going to be interesting, how is he going to play with his personnel, because there's not much to work with. What do you have? I mean, basically, okay, Brady Scott showed a little fight. Maybe he's your starting center next year. You know, Bavion, maybe one of the guards.
Still waiting on him. Yeah.
I mean, okay, he played the last couple games ago, but I mean, other than that, I mean, the thing, he's got to come in and really start from scratch, that entire offensive line.
Well, and you certainly hope that Landon Dickerson can come back and be healthy. He's your best offensive lineman, and he's a guy that, you know, he's been really good when he plays.
And
he just plays infrequently, you know. But also this hire, I would think, would draw in more recruits, right? I mean, he's a well-thought-of guy. You got another pool now to reach into, you know, in the Houston area.
Well, I'll plug in that right now. If you go back and look at the hot board that Michael Langston a couple days ago, there's a lot more junior college players in there, which we'd love to see, sign them all. But I also noticed a lot of guys from the Texas area. It seems like there's already 2 or 3 guys that have popped up on the radar, I think because of Briles, because of Clements, because they have those connections already. So it's opening up some more avenues, which, again, I think right now it's just bodies. You got to get a lot of bodies there. If 1 or 2 pan out, great.
We'll talk about other new staff members potentially on the next Warchant.com report.